everybody! Welcome to one of the videos I get asked to make most often, a Lush video. I was very kindly sent some brand new products by Lush to try out and I was very excited, and I have tried them out and I will tell you what I think of them. Before I get into it, I know a bunch of you are probably going to have your eye on my t-shirt and be commenting already, where's your t-shirt from? I will link it in the description down below. It's by Freebird Apparel. So Lush has some new jelly products. I have 2 of the jelly face masks here and I had 2 of the jelly bath bombs to try out. I think they will be divisive, to be honest. I will explain everything. I'm going to read you some little bits off the information thingy. And I think you're ready for this jelly. It actually says that. Introducing jelly bombs, the next step in the world of bath bombs. Jelly bombs release a spectacular jelly made from sodium alginate, which comes from mineral-rich seaweed. Aside from being wonderfully entertaining, this gooey jelly is superbly softening and soothing on the skin. So there's a Harry Potter themed one called Dark Arts. There's also one called Marmalade, but the ones that I had and I tried out were green coconut and the big sleep. So the first one I used was green coconut. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Climb into your bath and pop in this king of coconuts. Jelly leisurely spreads across the water, softening as it goes. Condition your skin with coconut cream and bask in the warmth that a cinnamon leaf undercurrent brings. Relax and refresh in your own little piece of paradise. I had no idea what to expect. I'd heard about jelly bombs, but I deliberately hadn't looked into it and watched videos of people using them and really read anything about them. I just wanted to use it and just see what, see how we go. It looked beautiful when it was fizzing up, though I think pretty much all bath bombs, unless they're like very, very boring, interesting and beautiful to look at when they fizz up, so I'm very easily impressed, I guess. They seem to take a bit longer than other bath bombs I've used to fizz up. They seem to be in the bath quite a bit longer and take more time, and I think that's generally like a good thing, no? Kind of getting more of your money's worth. You get to play with it for a little bit longer. Do you play with your bath bombs? I do. For the first part, I'll be frantically filming it and taking pictures, but then I like sort of picking it out of the water, inspecting it, crumbling little bits off, feeling it. Before I had even got in the bath, I noticed some residue around the edge of the tub and I was like quickly trying to wash it off, but I was about to get in and have a bath anyway. I actually didn't have much of a problem with it. When I got out the bath, I just sort of gave it a rinse and a little rub down. There wasn't any colour stuck to the side of the bath. I think it's just like the conditioning jelly sticks a little bit. The jelly is the thing I think is going to be quite divisive. I might be wrong. It would be lovely if everyone enjoys it and loves it, but I just feel like some people won't. I think some people will not like the texture and the sort of slimy aspect of it. These are all things that I liked about it. It forms like a little conditioning layer of jelly kind of across the top of the tub. It was a lot cooler than the rest of my bath, and I kept just scooping it up in my hands and like feeling it and then rubbing it on my legs, and it was just really cool. So then I tried the big sleep. When you're in need of some serious relaxation, grab this snoozy lullaby of lavender and tonka. Relax in the water, pop it in and soak under the skin softening jelly blanket. Chamomile calms the skin and the mood, while neroli helps you feel uplifted. I hope I say neroli right. The Roli! Of the 2, this was definitely my favourite. I really like tonka scent in things. It's just so relaxing, and everything that Lush makes that's kind of designed to be relaxing and has sleep in mind, it just works for me completely. Like the sleepy body lotion, I put it on sometimes before I go to bed so I can smell it. I love all the sleepy, calming, bedtime kind of scents. When it was first melting, I picked up the bath bomb and I was kind of touching some of the jelly and just trying to get a feel of it, and it was really sticking to my hands and really gloopy, and I was like, oh good lord. But it melts a lot in the bath and becomes much softer. So don't panic. I wrote some notes on my phone about the bath bombs, like while I was in the bath. It looked like smoke. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. When I was kind of moving the conditioning jelly like around in the water and like grabbing it, it looked like smoke. It looked so wispy and beautiful, vibrant, glowing aqua colour. Yeah, the end result, the bath water, actually The first one as well, the green coconut one, they're really vibrant, beautiful colours. The bathtub floor did feel a bit slippy for a second when I got in, so be careful if you're accident prone like me. The jelly layer looked like sea foam with lumps of jelly and moss. I think I noticed it more with this bath bomb, that there was some stuff stuck around the side of the tub, but I washed it down and it seemed to come off pretty easily. Like, there was no colour stuck on there, nothing too intense. I think personally I will still be opting mostly for just regular bath bombs and bubble bars in future, but I would like to try the others. If my skin was feeling particularly dry, I might buy one, but generally I think I'm just a kind of blue skies and white fluffy clouds bubble bar kind of person. I like the simplicity of it. The next bath bomb I tried out was the Metamorphosis bath bomb. Now, I saw this for the first time back at the Lush showcase, the Lush creative showcase that I went to last year, I think it was. Was it? I don't know. Time is a blur. They had it there and loads of people were going over and taking pictures. Everyone was captivated by this like grey looking weird bath bomb that just looks so cool and so different to all the others. A lot of other Lush bath bombs are quite like, and this was like a little weird work of art, a little meteorite looking grey thing. A symphony of darkness and light. This intensely rhapsodic, do not know how to pronounce that word, intensely rhapsodic bomb will release comforting, tranquil aromas of black pepper and myrrh to cleanse and uplift your soul. Release into warm water, and as the harsh grey exterior of city life fizzes away, a medley of orange, pink, yellow and green burst into life. Break free of the old and sink into a bright new world of promise. I have mixed feelings about this bath bomb. I love the style of the bath bomb, I love the mould, I love the colour, I love the name. From what I can remember, I liked the scent. I used this quite a while ago now, and I have a terrible memory, and apparently I didn't write down what I thought of it. This is, I think, a common criticism of this one. The end result, the bath water, is kind of a grey brown colour. I managed to find some beauty in it. Like, I was looking at it really hard and filming it from a few different angles and like changing the light in the room, and I saw it almost as a kind of a coppery, peachy, pinky grey at one point, and it looked quite beautiful. But it's a grey bath bomb. I mean, maybe some people want browny grey baths and we can't judge them for that. I also used yellow Submarine, which is the cheapest of all these bath bombs. This one's £3.95 and it looks like a little yellow submarine. Start off in the hustle and bustle of the city, submerge and let the waves wash over you. Waking up on a tropical island with coconut scent gently blowing through the trees. A cocktail of Brazilian orange, lemongrass and coriander seed will enliven the senses and transport you to sunny shores until pink and yellow sunsets ground you in the most spectacular bath. I think this one was my favourite visually. It was like a little rhubarb and custard. I love the yellow and the pink, and when it all kind of swirled together and was fizzing up, it just looked so, it looked so funky. It was very psychedelic, very rhubarb and custard, very my kind of thing. That could be our band name. Kira Rose and the Psychedelic Rhubarb and Custards. So next I tried the jelly face masks. I have the Birth of Venus and 1,000 Mil Helens. The Birth of Venus is a masterpiece of toning fresh seawater, soothing lavender and calming chamomile blue for perfectly balanced skin. And this one contains toning witch hazel and antioxidant green tea. As you can see, I've taken a little chunk out of both of these, and just check out the kind of consistency and the texture, because I just couldn't stop like rubbing it and playing around with it when I first got it. It's a very different consistency to any of the other face masks. I'm not very fond of the scent of this one. This is 1,000 Mil Helens. I like the smell of this one though. These are self-preserving, you don't have to keep them in the fridge. So when you use them, you just dig a bit of the jelly out and rub it together with dry hands. It took a second to get it going, but once it kind of smoothed into this paste, it was just this beautiful, creamy, soft goodness that I couldn't wait to rub on my face. I love the feeling of it. The texture and the consistency when you rub it on your face is heavenly. I could just sit and rub it all over me. It's just so soft and smooth. I didn't notice it like drying on my face while I had it on for 10 minutes. Some of the other face masks I've used, they can dry and start to feel a little bit uncomfortable if you leave them on for a while. I didn't notice that with these ones. I found them more difficult to remove than other Lush face masks. There's just something about the texture and the consistency that my cloth I was wiping it off with was just sliding over it. My skin felt great, looked nice, looked pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. I think my favourite Lush face masks are still Cosmetic Catastrophe / Otafix if it's like the winter or I'm feeling particularly dried out. But I like these. I think I like them more than the jelly bombs. There are still some other jelly masks that I haven't tried, so I'm interested in trying those. For the texture and the consistency alone, if you're a fan of Lush and face masks, I'd say it's worth a try. Then I tried out one of the hot oil hair treatments. I think it's the first time I've ever used one. I vaguely remember having something like this once before, but I think it was a hand moisturiser and I think I ballsed it up and completely made it wrong and ruined it. But I did my research this time and I made it properly. So this one I obviously haven't used yet. The one that I did use, what was it called? I think it might have been damaged. And I think this is Yuge. My hair's been feeling pretty poopy lately, so I was excited to try it out. I made it up in a little empty Lush pot and I think I got it just the right consistency. It took quite a few minutes and I kept sort of mixing it up every now and again, and it was actually really fun mixing it up, and eventually I had this little pot of creamy, warm, lovely, gooey hair stuff. I waited quite a while. It was hot for like a really long time. It was really hot, and I guess that's kind of part of the point. It's supposed to be a hot oil hair treatment, but I didn't want to put it on my hair when it was that hot. I waited till it cooled a little bit, put it through my hair, wrapped my hair up in a Tesco bag and left it on for 20 minutes. Then I shampooed my hair twice to make sure I got it all out, and conditioned as usual. My hair was definitely shiny afterwards. I think the biggest difference I felt was kind of in the thickness of my hair. My hair felt, I don't know, it just felt a bit thicker and a bit better in general. My hair felt great, it felt lovely, I have no complaints. I am yet to use this one, but I'm excited. I'm losing my voice. I'll post about it on like my Instagram story maybe when I use this one eventually. So last but not least, we have a product for a very specific body part. This is a product for your butt. This is a butt rub. I'm a massive fan of butt rubs, so I was extremely happy to see Lush acknowledge us butt rubbing people with a whole product. When I meet someone's pet for the first time, my aspiration is just that we can be on good enough terms that we can have a little butt rub. You know, who doesn't like a butt rub? Butt rubs are where bonds are made. The description just made me laugh immediately. There's a crack in everything. It's how the light gets in. Yes, love it. Ideal for cyclists, runners, and all who experience resistance where there should be ease and harmony. Rub sparingly wherever there is friction or chafing. With caffeine to firm the skin and rich butters to ease your entry into tight gear, this cream is a gold lift to a more comfortable life. The trump card to help make your derriere great again. The colour is something special as well. It's this beautiful kind of orangey, peachy sort of colour with a couple of the Trump puns on the packaging. I'm wondering if this is like a reference to his being orange. So this is a 225 gram tub. This is £14.95, which is quite pricey. If it's good enough and your butt is important enough to you, you know, it's there. The Celestial moisturiser is pretty expensive, but it's like the best moisturiser I've ever used for my skin. It just works really well for my skin where others have not. So I can understand like people are willing to pay a bit extra if they find something that really works for them. And I feel like a lot of Lush products are those products, like this, the thing that people find that finally works with their skin. Perhaps this is going to be that for you. Oh, I've done this twice already with it gooping out the side of the bleeding pot. Ugh. I think it's where some of it's built up on the lid, and sometimes when I put the lid back on it just will like goop out the sides. The scent is a bit unusual. I can't really think what to compare it to. Let me just read what's in it. Rose water, aloe vera, avocado butter, chamomile blue oil, orange flower, absolute. I can smell the orange. I can smell a kind of citrus undertone, but then there's another layer of smell that I can't quite decipher. But it's going on my butt. As long as it works well, I don't particularly mind what my butt smells like. Not many people sniff my butt. I mean, there's some, but they won't mind. I think Louis is the main sniffer of my butt, and He can hardly complain. His butt smells like rat butt. Thank you so much, Lush, for sending me this stuff to try out. I really appreciate it. And a big thank you to all my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you Lauren Kaya, Maya, and Kirsty McDonald for being $30 patrons. I really truly appreciate it. Patreon gives me a kind of stability that I don't often feel with this being my job. Quick reminder that I'm doing $15 Patreon arty rewards every 2 months now. So you'll get a package every 2 months with 2 things in it. But even if you only are a patron for 1 month, I will send you a package with 1 thing in it. It's just the packages go out every 2 months now. Does that make sense? I hope so. I'm sorry if I'm confusing you. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.